Yo, how y'all doing? I'm gonna make this as thorough as I can. I don't want to say as quick as I can. However, this one is probably my most difficult to relay because even though I don't know all about it, this is just the last of the download before the physical talk, so to speak. Spirituality, your spirit in regards to sexual tantra. All right, my name is Reference. Reason why I call myself Reference, because that's all I could do for you. Whoever you are, I can relay you to information of that sort, which I will do this evening, and I also will talk about some really good information in regards to the topic, your spirit, or your spirituality, or spirituality in general, in regard to sexual tantra. If you want to get into it, cool. If you don't, hey, turn your head like this. Turn it like this. Within everyone is or lies a divine energy called Kundalini. It's one of the words, Kundalini. Of course, not the original term, but for conversational purposes, it's coiled up 3.5 times at the base of your spine. All right, it's coiled up 3.5 times at the base of your spine, half asleep. The energy has two aspects. One manifests this worldly existence, and the other leads us to the highest truth. The mundane aspect of this energy is functioning perfectly, 10%. But the inner aspect is dormant, sleeping 90%. When the inner Kundalini energy is awakened, it leads us to the state of self. Kundalini is an inner female soul of man, or set. This is why there isn't no knowledge more important than the knowledge of Kundalini. Some people will argue different, but we ain't here to argue. I'm reading also literature, out of literature or out of a lecture. So knowledge of Kundalini. The reference to that paragraph is Mr. Dr. Lean Bay. Excellent reference again. The lecture is called Reiki and the Universal Force. You'll find it on the internet, I promise you. If not, you know where to contact him. I mentioned him plenty of times. Definitely a good source. And he's still alive, so that's a beautiful thing too. Also, a good reference he mentioned is Hilton Hotima, Secret of Genesis. Hotima, Hutima, Hilton. I'm sure y'all can figure that out. So that's just the beginning of something I want to get into as far as a good reference getting into this lecture. Short lecture, real short. As far as the trauma aspects, as far as the first talk, the positive aspects when you deal with your trauma, if you're trying to get into sexual tantra, how as a small aspect, how can it affect your spirit as far as transformation is talked about. So having your spirit body together, having your spirit body together, fellas, when you're in the midst of that act, when you have your spirit body together, you can give her multiple orgasms without even touching her. All right. Oh boy, I'm gonna get in trouble for this, giving all this game out. Getting all my game out. Bump it. Yeah. So having your spirit body together, you deal with such things. And I want to give a different type of reference. I don't care about opinions. Just check it out to spark a mind. You have the potential to give her multiple orgasms without dealing with the physicality of things. So when you get into that, You also get into an individual called Siri Nityama. And then here he does a technique that helps you become released of tension, become released of trauma. He deals with, and others deals with, where blockages may exist. Also, it gives you a demonstration on how you can release any tension or trauma, any type of illnesses, possibly, for you, but for him it seems pretty easy. Tranquilo. Seem pretty easy to release or deal with the healing, or deal with the woman's her any emotional or trauma in the area of the breast of the female. And also it gives an explanation on the importance of I got notes too, so y'all excuse me, the orgasm in the breast, and also release emotional stress, emotional illness, spiritual trauma lives in that area also. Also, using your consciousness sexual energy, you can use it for obtaining material success and internal transformation much more easily without even thinking about it. People say, I don't have to do this. I've been doing this. I don't need. You right. Hey, you right. But I'm just saying, when you're getting into this, look at it as a cherry on top and a little additive. So, but a lot of times the negative aspects of this, ignoring it will result in ignoring 9/10 of your existence as far as energy is concerned. You can find that also in that information with the by Dr. Lane Bay. That's a negative aspect of that as far as energy is concerned, because you're not even acknowledging yourself. You're not acknowledging yourself, and that's okay. It seems to be a norm nowadays, right? Who's judging? So, also, interview that I did with a young lady that dives further into the spirituality aspect or energy aspect, aka spiritual energy. As far as what we're talking about, the spirit body and dealing with the trauma and the results when you're good and results when you ain't, so to speak. You can reach out to Jay English on social media, on Instagram and Facebook, just to get an idea. Also, if you scroll down my Facebook, I most likely have it on my YouTube page too. The interview with the young lady when we talked about the energy work. All right, energy work. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? This one's tough for me because I don't know it all. I don't know it all. I promise you that. But it's took a little bit out of me. I ain't gonna lie to you, because I didn't know who to look for, who to talk to about these type of things. So practicing is a given. Healing and transformation is the next topic. Healing and transformation. I want to read some important stuff out of this book here. Let me hurry up. Bam. Reading information out of this cool guy's book. Alright, The Alchemy of Sexual Tantra, Connecting to the Universe Within by Mr. Montauk Chia. I don't know none of this stuff. No or own. But however, just a reference. Good book to get, so to speak, because I want to talk about in regards to spirituality and sexual tantra and the positive and negative aspects between healing and transformation. All right. So real quick, I'm gonna read 116 through 122 real quick. Couple things, couple techniques. The first one is called, it's a technique, all right, healing transformation technique. On a positive note, you know, from dealing with you working on yourself in regards to healing and transformation. Okay, all right. Dealing with sexual tantra. The water. This technique is called the Cosmic Inner Smile, page 116 on the book I just shown. So, the Cosmic Inner Smile is a powerful relaxation and self-healing technique that uses the energy of love, happiness, kindness, and gentleness as a language to communicate with internal organs of the body. It is a very powerful Qigong practice that aids the transformation of negative emotions into positive, virtuous energy. By learning to smile inwardly to the organs and glands, your whole body will feel loved, appreciated, and enjoy more Qi. The inner smile originates from self-love toward our body in Figure 5-1. The secret true love is lovable. To be lovable is to possess a smile that says, I love you, with a heart filled with joy and gratitude. A genuine smile transforms negative energy into loving energy that has the power to relax, balance, and heal. Ooh. In the inner smile practice, you smile down to your abdomen and warm it up. Smile to your heart and feel love in the heart center, and so on. Your energy levels increase, the heartbeat remains calm, the body relaxes, energizes, charges up the brain. For more details on the Inner Smile practice, please see his book, The Inner Smile, Destiny Books, 2008, from Vermont, Rochester. Heck of a drive, too. Each organ corresponds to a specific element and color. For example, the kidneys correspond to the element of water in the color blue. Pretty pink, baby, which is the color of the gentleness and calmness. The heart corresponds to the element of fire and color red, which is color of goodness. The spleen is bright yellow. Yellow! The color of openness and fairness. The lungs are bright white, the color of courage and righteousness. The liver is bright green, the color of kindness and generosity. The organ colors and their associated universal connections have great healing power in us. Once activated, don't sweat the technique. In the Cosmic Inner Smile meditation, each organ is connected to its associated color. When the organ's vital color is abundant, it will radiate out as an aura for healing protection in Figure 2. Next, the Cosmic Inner Smile. To prepare for the Cosmic Inner Smile, do the 3 minds in 1 practice described in chapter 4 when you get the book, I guess. Lucky man. The second brain is the essence. First picture says self-love toward our body. The second one, which is Figure 5-2, the Cosmic Inner Smile. Showed his organs and such. During the meditation, keep emptying your mind down to the lower Tentian, which we talked about in the other lectures, right? In the organs and cells, Figure 3. By emptying the mind, we transfer energy from the mind to the organs. Charge the organs with the Qi by smiling to organs and cells. Just smile. All right. You know, the smile could be a little suspect with others, but not with yourself. Okay? So, the Cosmic Inner Smile is performed in the following sequence: heart, spleen, lungs, kidneys, sexual organs, liver, and gallbladder. Ooh, Someone caught me slipping. The cosmic inner smile is performed in the following sequence. When you're dealing with the sexual organs, liver, the heart is dealing with the small intestines and stomach. The spleen and the spleen is dealing with the stomach and pancreas. This is what it says. Again, the heart is small intestine, spleen and stomach, pancreas, lungs, and large intestines. And it talks about the kidneys, the sexual organs, and your liver, parentheses, gallbladder. Bam! I'm not lying. No, I'm not lying. All right, step 1. Connect with the heart and small intestine. The cosmic inner smile begins with the heart because it refines the spirit. It is a natural governor and exerts authority on other organs. The heart and small intestine are both able to store and transform chi. 1. Smile. Relax. And empty the mind and the heart, small intestines. Keep the tendium spiraling. That's your picture right there. What they talking about right there is. All right. The heart and small intestine can store and transform chi. Smile to the heart and make it feel soft. Put the hands over the heart as you smile to it. Feel the heart filled with love and joyous energy. Feel the heart spiral and radiate. Smile to the red and white blood cells. Yours. Feel the heart spiral. Figure 6 was red and white blood cells. All right. 4. Smile and bring the senses down to the Tantien. Drop down, let go, and sense the dark, deep, and vast inner universe within yourself. Feel the vastness of the outer universe. Go with the flow of the outer universe and primordial force, because you are fearless of this force within you, the primordial force all around you. Charge your brain, transform chi from your heart and small intestines gently. Charge the brain with transform chi from the heart and small intestines, which is shown in figure 5.7.6. Leave the hands over the heart and start to spiral as before. Direct your mind to the Tantien and the universe within. Start to spiral in the lower Tantien and the heart. All right. The crown. The heart, brain, and the crown. Be aware of the universe above you, below you, in front of you, and behind you, all spiraling. Feel the universe charge your Tantien, and the Tantien will charge your heart and small intestines. Talk about the regeneration of the heart from the layers of your inner magnetic field and spiraling your 3 Tantiens. All right? And ultimately connecting with the inner universe, becoming charged and, dealing with that universal energy. One in it. So that's what that picture's about. One in it. Yo, and that was that with that. That was the positive aspects. However, when you're dealing with the negative aspects, like it's a lot. So I had to, kind of find a little something to deal with. The little download I got, as far as sparking minds and getting close to the topic of what I'm really trying to talk about in its entirety. So let me see. The negative aspects when you're still dealing with healing and transformation. I'm gonna give you an example. Conserving chi. In Universal Tao system, their first goal is to learn to conserve your chi. When the battery is totally drained, it is harder to charge. Conservation of your chi will help gain more chi. To have more energy, chi, we first need to maintain control of what they call the gates, or different called the gates, through which energy normally leaks in your cores or your system, and consistently drains out our life force. Weak energy bulletins through our reproductive system. It leaks from negative emotions, through constantly turning our senses outward, through poor diet and eating habits, mindsets not of us, through improper or shallow breathing. Without knowing how to conserve our chi or energy that we already have, what is the point of acquiring more? Number 2, balancing chi. Learning to balance chi is the second step to keeping a smooth, harmonious flow of energy moving throughout the body. If our energy is imbalanced, we have to deal with much more energy in some places and not in others. We may be lagging. Too much yang, the yin, or vice versa. When we have the excess of deficiency, heat, cold, damp, or dryness. Now, imbalance is caused in our energy system, and will make it go to extremes, which ain't really too exciting right now, right? So 3, transforming your chi is the third phase, which allow us, what we all get into, who wants to be a practitioner, either with self or group or with mass, it doesn't matter, to access more of your beneficial energies from what we are learning slowly and surely. For example, through the sexual qigong practices, taught in that, that's what they deal with. If you have the major leaks, you have real major leaks inside your field. That's the negative aspects. The rest behind that is bam. Show that in the beginning. As far as your money, you say, how does not getting into that, you might be straight, you might be rich, but it's cool, hey, but I'm just speaking on it from, it could be enhanced. It could be enhanced. So when you do that, on a positive note, of course, expect like, for example, Dr. Lean Bay and the Universal Life Force Energy on YouTube lecture, Kundalini and the Universal Life Force Energy. He talks a little bit about maybe we can relate to the what as so above, so below. So the same stuff that's on the astral planes, the same stuff that's down here on the 3D. So when you imagine it up there, it has no choice unless you doing some hater blocking on yourself, or you got your foot in your own way, to exist here. Get that? So I'm sure we understand the negative aspects of that. It's pretty obvious. I wanted to talk about also creating deities and entities when you dig real deep in regards to spirituality and sexual tantra. And I want to really talk about it's a book, The Alchemy of Sexual Alchemy of Dealing with Spirits. I'm going to talk about, I'll mention a guy named later, but it's reading up on it, and we could be doing things by mistake and not even know when some things happen to us. When you're dealing with the alchemy of sexual alchemy of dealing with spirits and making love to spirits. And it's a guy, that took it to this. He talked about the techniques and experiments, how he ran into, and this was his contract. This was him going through his life. This was him doing him. So him practicing, he was really trying to reach out on some human stuff, but he created this entity when you're dealing with your spirit and your spirituality, and trying to invoke things or evoke things. In his book, this particular fella, on a positive note, he was able to communicate with a spirit, which appeared in a female form, and to talk about his feedback from the results. Like, he was able to make contact, but he ain't getting no relationships because he was in love with a spirit, and spirit was in love with him, and it was telling, hey, yeah, you got to do this and do that and stuff like that, but it wasn't on narcissist stuff, not in human thinking, but he had a relationship with a spirit form, and also talk about the definition of their sexual tantra. So it's a different state of mind what he was getting into an experiment when he was in a relationship with no human being. It was just this female entity. And this also sparks our mind. It also talks about, Chinese Taoist alchemy. Sexual alchemy with spirits. Excuse me, I gotta, remember the name of this, but, the positive aspects, and you learn East and West alchemy. It's a beautiful thing when you get into it. Some people's purpose is real different. It's vast different, much different. Sort of like business. I don't went into something like, negative aspect with dealing with these type of things. You don't know what you're doing. You may deal with a spirit that's real clingy, dangerous in human understanding. It was talking about how it would kill him if it didn't do what he was saying. But it was like a real important spiritual marriage. He didn't make love physically, but he made love physically. And it's funny because they talked about that in a movie called Blade Runner. It was a part where not only was the Blade Runner, which was created, he's like a cyborg mixed with human biology, and he was making love to a digital entity that when you touch it, the pixels on it felt real. You could actually touch it. And then also there was a female that was real. She was in the real world, so them three mixed like a trinity. So that's what I mean by spirituality in regards to sexual tantra, and how it deals with when you creating, even unknowingly or knowingly with a deity or entity, even on a positive note. But not knowing, and you might be in a lower aspect and you be that powerful, you can create these things. Even Brother Panic talks about that. And even in his book, The Cosmic Orbit, let's see, it's a poster. Excuse me for a second, y'all. I'll skip something. It's important when you talk about sexual tantra. My last lecture was talking about the mentality of it all. But as far as a good reference, what I was just talking about, that's a good book. Which I mentioned as far as sexual alchemy dealing with spirits. There's information on that. And there's also information I want to give dealing with the book The Cosmic Orbit. Dealing with the heart chakra. What I was talking about as far as the negative aspects of the deity joint. Brother Panic got a good look up, just type in the heart chakra information on dealing with Brother Panic if you could find it. And these are real important things to be on point about and be thinking about in regards to spirituality and sexual tantra if you want to get into it. And another real important reference I want to get into to talk about is the Jewel of the Lotus. It's real dope. So We talk about positive, negative aspects, and we talk about getting into such things, what they talking about. If you don't want to get into it, it's cool. If you do, that's even better. Talks about enlightenment through Tantra, the breath and pranic energy, charging your body with pranic energy, cosmic unity of opposites, Kundalini and the Cobra breath, awakening the chakras, tantric rejuvenation, meditation and mantra, generating and transmuting sexual energy, stimulation and delay, positions and circuits, and sacred rituals, the Mahavduna ritual. I think that's how it sounds. All in June the Lotus, and we'll really get into this. I want to talk about it. I don't know it all, but I want to talk about it, spark minds and get into it. But in the meantime, that's spirituality in regards to sexual tantra, right? So I have my little notes and stuff like that. So in the meantime, my name is Reference. Appreciate y'all time. Appreciate y'all looking at this stuff. Each one teach one. Each one teach one. Spirituality in regard to sexual tantra. Y'all be nice out there, all right? Be nice.